media, media. Listen, media, listen.
I almost forgot how to do everything. I see. But hey, man, we're back with another one. It is March 5th. February is over and done with. Well, February 2024 is over and done with. And yep, I am here with another episode, bringing you guys my special guest, or should I say guests. I got Junior and Hema in the building. So, how you guys been lately?
Good. Been great. Better than before.
What was wrong before, man?
Well, what's it called? Just life hit us differently. You know, circumstances of life just hit us different, where we had to adapt and overcome our obstacles and going with the new circumstances, really.
You know, it's funny that you mentioned that, because I feel like everybody is going through the same thing. Not necessarily, telling everybody what's going on either, but, I had to do a bunch of changes in my life as of recent. I had to make tough decisions. And, to a certain point, I was asking myself, I was kind of questioning life. Like, man, why the hell is this happening to me? I was like cursing God, if I may. But, I'm starting to realize like everything happens for a reason. And even though I don't like hearing that, because back then, I didn't like hearing that, everything happens for a reason. I'm just like, man, shut up. You don't even know what the hell's going on. But it was, just now recently, I'm starting to realize like, okay, yeah, stuff does happen for a reason. I'm probably in a lot better position now than what I was, 3 months ago. I started thinking more clearly, thinking more positive and all that stuff. And, it's actually done wonders for me. I believe I've become slowly a better husband, better dad, mostly because I started thinking differently. But I kind of understand where you're coming from whenever you say, you had to adapt and all that stuff. I'm pretty sure you guys had to, I don't know, like you said, you had to adapt to different circumstances, and it was unfamiliar. But hey, if you're now in a better position, hey, that's all that matters, right?
Right. Yeah, but besides the circumstances, just really being a busy parent's lifestyle, man. Obviously, you could relate to having kids, especially
sure.
Myself having a toddler, 2-year-old. You could just ask her. She's the one that deals with her mostly every day.
Really?
I'm just like working and get to come home for a few hours, but she handles her every day. She's a stay-at-home mom, so.
Jeez. How are you? Junior, I've been knowing you for many years. There was a certain point in my life that we actually hung out a lot, and that was like back in high school. I would say like around our junior year. And I don't know, come to find out, like I'm just wondering, like how is life as a dad for you?
Man, it's tough. I mean raising kids, I feel personally that, with my first and second child, we're still learning how to be parents.
Yeah.
So for us, it was definitely a first learning experience with my first child. And with my second one, I'm just trying to do better than I did, with him.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. I mean, it's just, I don't know, man. It's especially with the girl now. I never grew up with any siblings, like daughters, or sisters.
Oh, yeah,
so
sisters.
When my daughter was born, it just, my whole point of view is different now. Like I had to be like more, like, I don't know, honor, like I don't know, dude. It's a different feeling.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Hema? How do you like being a mama? Yeah.
I love it. I mean, it is tough, especially in my circumstance. Sometimes I am so tired, but I love it. I wouldn't trade it for anything.
You wouldn't trade it?
No, it's tough, but I love it.
What I like Go ahead. Go
Sorry,
ahead.
go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. No. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
mean,
Seriously.
I just now since we're talking about our kids, I mean, with Hannah, like she was considered a high risk pregnancy for both of the kids. So actually, besides having a high risk on both of the kids, she only has one ovary. So that's even harder for her to get pregnant. And now she ended up having two of them.
Yeah, so my kids are like miracles to me.
Yeah.
That's
so,
awesome.
So that's why we have a big age gap from Leon to Emma, 7 years apart. Because
Oh,
in
wow.
reality, we never knew she could actually get pregnant the second time.
Yeah.
We were just blessed and happy and that we could just even have one, which is our son Liam. But the second one was another miracle.
That's awesome. No, seriously, they are a blessing, and more power to you, especially Hema, because I know you probably told me before, but still to hear it again, that you only have one ovary is incredible. That you're able to make life happen for those two little ones. So how you guys have the best of both worlds. You have a daughter and a son. I don't have any daughters, so I want you guys to explain to me how different is it from raising a daughter and a son.
I think the Emma in particular is more sassy, more demanding. As a boy, I mean, they're both wild, but I think Emma picks up a lot from Liam.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so and Liam is just into boy stuff. He can sit and play video games all day. As for Emma, like carries dolls all day. So it's different things that they're into. But yeah.
I'll put it like this, Ricky. If you have a daughter, if you ever did, like to say, you could just say bye to your wife. She's gonna take over and be the boss, dude.
You know what? I always tell Melendez, like, I always wanted that, daughter father, bond. Unfortunately, that's never gonna happen. Let's just be clear. No, three. I think three is enough. Three is definitely a crowd. But I do look up to you guys who have daughters. I know, one of our friends has two of them, or actually, a few of our friends has four of them, or two of them, two more.
Hannibal has two.
Huh?
Hannibal has two of them.
Yeah, two daughters, and then Noe has two daughters, and yeah, I feel like you were the only one out of the bunch who actually had one boy at least.
Right.
Oh, then me.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, yeah, man. I would say as far as the difference from having the boy and the girl is that yes, definitely they're bossy, dude. I'm talking about bossy. It gets to the point to where I can't even be like this, like interacting with my wife without even hugging her.
Really?
Hugging her because she would get in between the breakers apart and she would start telling no.
What?
Yeah, she's jealous, dude, and clingy. Yeah, she's barely not even two yet.
Yeah. Hey,
yeah. So
how old is she right now? Like exactly, like 13 months.
18 months.
18 months. So close to being a year in July.
About to be two.
Yes, and she's.
Do you guys believe in those terrible twos?
Oh
yeah. It starts early.
It starts right. I do feel like that. Yeah. So yeah, I truly believe that they even last a little longer too. I'm just like, bro, like when are you gonna start being good now? Like you're done. Like you're out of your twos. But
besides that, she's real bossy.
Uh-huh.
I think I could say that I could blame some of it to her and her sister. That they hype up my daughter when they dress her up and get her all nice and pretty. Man, they hype her up. She feels like she's like, I don't know, a diva, princess or something. Well, she is my princess, but dude, she turns around, looks at herself, stares at it. She even tells me to put like perfume on her.
What?
Like, dude.
I was just about to ask you that, Hema, because I know that Junior was brought up with two other boys, his brothers. How many siblings do you have?
I just have one sister.
Oh, one sister? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
she's younger. She's 22. We're 7 years apart also.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry to bring this up, and I don't mean to offend you in any way, but does that one ovary that you have, is that genetic or something? I don't know. I'm not
No,
too educated on that.
I had a cyst when I was 9 and they erupted and they killed one of my ovaries.
Oh geez.
Yeah.
That young?
Yeah. So I
Oh.
lost it when I was like 9. It was like a terrible pain I would have, and they just took me to the emergency room, and they have said I had a small cyst and erupted, and it killed my ovary.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you
she
remember?
was-
Do you remember
Oh.
anything about that?
No, but I do have a big scar. It looks like a C-section scar. And I've
Okay.
been having it since I was 9, but I don't remember much about it. I just remember I did have like a bunch of stomach pains. And I remember my mom taking me to the emergency room, but that's pretty much it.
Oh, okay. Wow. Oh, I was gonna try to ask you like how was the pain 1 through 10, but I'm pretty sure you don't
It
even
was
remember
bad.
that.
I think they compared to like contractions. It was pretty bad. It was just like a horrible
Wow.
pain.
At
Yes.
9 years old, feeling something like that, I'm pretty sure it was
Yeah.
freaking horrible.
Yeah.
Wow. So for those 11 people that are currently watching me, I see you guys. I see the views going up. So go ahead and share this live right now. Hold on. Yeah, go ahead and share this live right now. Don't waste any time. Try to make this episode more viewable. I'm showing more skin today. Showing arm. Hopefully that gets my views up. You never know.
Getting ready for spring, huh?
Man, you know what? I remember this time last year or 2 years ago, it was cold.
Mhm.
I
Now
don't remember.
it's hot.
Yeah, it's definitely
So-
kicking in now.
Yeah. You know what? I'm low key praying. I think I said it before, but I'm low key praying for a hurricane.
I
I don't
want
know
that.
Huh?
I don't want that.
You don't want that? I don't know why, man.
No.
I guess it's just a feeling of survival mode. I don't know. I was like, man, I feel like surviving now. Like, there needs to be like, some
Talking
sort of-
about that, I need to get a setup on my breaker box to where I can get a generator hooked up and automatic kicks on the house, kind of like a Generac.
Oh, I know
like
what
a
you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, you just turn on the main switch and it kicks on the house.
Yeah.
So that's what I want to invest before hurricane season.
I want to do that too because I have I had 2 generators. I think I only have 1 now, and I'm able to do it with that one. But I don't want to set it up yet because I don't want to stay here forever. So I don't want to invest on something that I know I'm not going to use. But that is a great idea. I suggest everybody to do that if they're planning on
I
staying.
mean, you're
wherever
saying you're comparing. Let's just say you spend about $2,000 with this, all equipment to do it the way I'm saying it versus a Generac that costs you like $10,000.
Exactly. What's up, Aníbal? He watching? He's here in the building. He's part of the 12.
Hey, sorry, Hannibal. I couldn't get you on today for the mustache. You want me to cut his mustache off?
Oh yeah, for those of you who don't know, Junior is actually what you still doing, side barber?
I'm a barber as a hobby on the side whenever I have extra time off.
He's always
I've been
keeping our
doing it
friends freshly cut.
Since 2008. I used to cut Ricky, a bunch of good friends of mine, and a bunch of other people.
Hey man, if I ever move back to Alvin, I need to get back on that. I don't feel like driving all the way over here. He said he was booked. Yeah, man, he was booked. So what animal want? Like an edge up or what? What does he get?
He can't get an edge up. It's all gone. He ain't got no hair. Man, it got to the point where I even asked, like, dude, why you like coming if you don't even got hair? He said, dude, I just want to have the feeling of coming to like a barber shop, getting groomed and trim my beard at least. I was like, dude, I'm just trying to save you money. I'm trying to look out for you. And I'm a barber.
Like, bro,
Yeah. And finally, I
save
guess
you
he found himself a little shaver, started shaving his head. Because at first he was coming with me, and I would charge him just to shave his head. And I'm like, dude, I feel bad.
How much did you charge him?
Oh, I would charge him a regular haircut.
He's all like, I don't care how easy it is. I'm still charging you full price.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
That's why I kept telling him, dude, buy yourself a shaver, and I'll just do the beard trim, which costs you way cheaper.
That's hilarious. And he probably wanted his beard lined up.
No, he said he had to get clean shave for a fit test for the refineries, where he only had to keep the mustache only, and You want me to take
Oh,
all this off? I
dang!
guess, and clean it up.
So he only has the mustache right now.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
man, I would kill to see
Yeah.
that.
I bet you lose like Mario, the Mario Bros.
Thanks for nothing. Oh man, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys. Junior, how would you explain your childhood, man? What kind of childhood did you say you had?
Man, dude, you could say, our generation growing up, in the early 1990s, man, I feel like we were one of the last best generations that was out there that got to live a regular life without electronics and all that stuff. So me growing up personally, I grew up over there in 424 in Alvin. They call it the hood. But dude, I mean, I had the best time of my life growing up there. Like, I had all my siblings living there, and that was who I really hung out with the most. And then had some friends too. But every day back then, I remember that I will, on the weekends, for example, I would wake up, watch cartoons in the morning on Saturday mornings, and then I'll just eat breakfast, and then I just go about my day. I tell Mom, hey, I'll grab my bike. I'll be back later before sunset. Literally, there's no communication, like phones, nothing like that. I'll just do my thing, ride bikes, and do whatever, man. I was just always outdoor. I used to hate being inside.
But yeah, parents will never question, like, okay, you'll be back soon. Like they just had so much like confianza in us. Like, yeah, he'll be back home. He'll be back when he's hungry or something.
I only had as far as a game system to keep myself like not bored at home was the very first generation, the big box PlayStation, the gray one.
The big box, yeah,
the big one, dude. I hardly ever played it, and that's the first and last time I ever bought a game system. I haven't played it once since then. Time? Dang, yeah, I don't care for games.
It's actually pretty fun. Well, look, me, my wife and I, she was brought up with nothing but brothers. So she has two older brothers. So her and her I guess her second oldest, they used to play a lot of Call of Duty. And whenever she got married, to me, we got a PlayStation. And let me tell you something, that girl can kick my ass in Call of Duty. But then again, I feel like anybody can kick my ass in any video game. I just completely suck at video games. But yeah, she's really good.
My son has a Nintendo Switch. He takes that thing everywhere. He's addicted to that thing, and he plugs it to the TV or wherever he goes, he takes it. But the whole point is, man, he got me. I just said I don't like games, but he got me hooked on playing that Super Smash Bros. Dude.
Yes. Dude, okay. Yeah.
Dude,
same thing with me. Have you played? Have you played Mario Kart on there?
Yeah, he has Mario Kart on it too.
I love.
He has like at least like 10, 12 games on that thing. I don't even know which one he has.
Mario Kart. You should play Mario Kart with him. That was very.
Oh no, we play Mario Kart. Yeah.
What about you? Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See that exactly what I told you. Yeah, they does too. Emma, what kind of childhood would you say you had?
Well, I was the only child for 7 years. Yeah, me and my sister 6 years apart, 7. So I was the only child. But my parents were really strict.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I was an indoor child. Like my mom would buy me a whole bunch of toys and keep me entertained inside, but I would hate to go outside. I didn't grow up outside or playing with the neighbors or anything. I was more of an inside kid.
Yeah.
That's
wow. And why is that? They were just overprotective in general?
Yeah, they were. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I guess because I was a girl and I was the only one.
Oh, that's
true.
I
guess.
Yeah, that's true. I kind of get it. But what about whenever I was gonna say your daughter was born? What about whenever your sister was born? Was it a lot easier?
No. I think it got harder because it's hard to say, but I was raised very spoiled. And then when she came, I had to share everything with her and the attention. So I think it was a little bit harder on me. But
do you have some stories like that? What would you do to her? I know you used to kick her down.
No, my mom just says that I would just take the attention away from her. Still to this day, I'm the one that takes attention more than her.
See what I used to do whenever my sister started walking, I used to trip her.
I don't think I was mean to her like that. I just think that I guess I was very chiona and spoiled that I still wanted everything for me instead of her, you know. My mom was so
Yeah.
busy with me that she wouldn't, you know, pay much attention to her, I guess.
Yeah, you were just. Oh man, I'm sorry. I would. I was doing the most. I was actually trying to get her attention. I mean, my attention back. You know, by
Yeah.
kicking. You know, like, hey, you're learning how to walk. Let me trip you here.
Yeah.
What's he looking for, man? He's looking for that Super Smash Bros.
Yeah, let me give him that switch. He's looking for it.
Yeah,
He just
go
has
ahead,
a
man.
little spoon of chocolate, that's why.
What? Nutella? Dang, man. Yeah,
We
y'all
take his
funny.
switch away during school days because he won't do homework or anything.
Yeah, no,
So-
I understand that.
So we're not bad parents, but
No.
we actually let him skip tomorrow's school. That's the only reason why he's up and running right now. Or else he'll be in bed by this time. But we told him he has a hall pass for tomorrow because we're gonna go to the Houston Rodeo with the kids tomorrow during the day.
You going to the petting zoo or where?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do all that stuff. He loves to do that mutton busting. He's been doing that every year, and
Oh,
he,
that's right.
so he wants to. He's probably gonna see if he qualifies this year on his age, then definitely he's gonna be doing it.
Okay. Is he really good at it?
I mean, the last one he did was at the Brazoria County Fair. He did okay on that one, but the one at the Houston Livestock Show last year, he actually got like second place.
No way.
Yeah, and that was like one of his first times he did it.
That's
We actually
good,
have a
man.
video. I have a video on my TikTok where you can see him.
Ah, man, I wish I could log on my TikTok, but then all these videos will come up. Hold on.
Yeah.
Better go. Wait. Oh, hold on. That's awesome. Better to go during the week when it's not packed. Does it still get packed during the day when you're planning on going?
So we did this last year. We went the week before spring break, just like this week, and we went during the week, and it was people obviously, but nothing crowded compared like spring break. Because I went one time during spring break or on the weekends.
Yeah.
Never again. It's too congested, too crowded. Everybody's trying to go. So that's why we're making skip school before the weekend and spring break starts. And
Hey,
then,
man.
dude, I bought a carnival pack, and man, we go through all the rides. We do everything we want to do, on a timely manner, and we just have a good time, man. Last time we went early, like around 11 or noon in the morning, and we didn't leave there till like dawn. Like it was late. Yeah, we were tired, but dude, we got to do a lot.
Oh, that's good. At least you guys ended up having a great time there.
Yeah.
What was I gonna ask you, man? Okay, so how long have you guys been married?
Married?
Married.
Since 2012.
How long is that? Oh, that's like 12 years, right?
12
years, yeah.
We actually met and got together since high school, since 2010.
Nice. I remember that.
So we've been together for quite a while.
12 years being married. What's the difference between that? Would you say
From being married?
between being married and together? Has it been great? Have you guys learned more about each other as the years gone by?
Oh yeah, I think just like everybody else probably would say, you don't actually get to know that person real well until you actually live with them.
That's true. That is very true. Oh my God, that's true.
So she got to know that I snore a lot in the middle of the night and everything.
But I think we also grow together. We're not the same as we were in junior high. It's like the
That
same
is so
junior,
true.
same Emma. We're different now.
That is so true. Do you guys reminisce a lot about the old times?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my favorite. So every now and then we bring it out, like man, like for example, we went to the rodeo the other day by ourselves on 50 Cent on Friday night.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
went and we haven't gone out by ourselves. You could say like in a day, me and her, since the
yeah.
baby was born. So you could say 2 years already.
Oh wow.
And it was much needed because we've been needing that for ourselves, a little getaway. And we were talking like, man, remember how we used to come? We were just,
Single.
dating and single, no kids. I was like, it's been a while. We're just reminiscing those times.
So even before getting married, you guys were going to the rodeo?
Oh yeah,
Oh, okay.
we like the rodeo. We actually they sit down, look at the actual livestock show and all that stuff.
I actually don't go, so that's why I'm asking you these questions. Like,
Yeah,
We
just
don't really do that.
I'm so
You went during
claustrophobic.
COVID season.
yeah.
Oh, do
Well,
what?
I could get like that too, Ricky. Sometimes that's why I avoid going on crowded days.
Oh yeah, I would
Yeah.
hate that because I get so claustrophobic.
I
I
recommend you if you ever go during the week, like
When the kids are in
yeah,
school.
when the kids are in school,
when the
or
kids are in school.
maybe just miss school one day.
Hold on, let me see. Let me see this comment right here. I really can't see it that well. Man, you should get that Mark guy on here. Look like he manages manages a celebrity music artist and does big things. Hey, Mark, I have been noticing that you're doing some big things, big things. You're still managing that club. Huge shout out to you for doing all those big things. Hey, I do want to get you back on, but I have to do it like this, like we're doing right now. It's the only way now, man. It's convenient for everybody. It beats coming over here, that's for sure. And I got rid of my little set anyway, so this feels a lot better. I love the rodeo, but haven't been there in 10 years. See, told you.
Oh, damn, Ricky, I think it's time to go before the season ends. That's what she's trying to tell you.
Look, man, I'll take her next year.
Yeah,
I'm already planning ahead. I'm taking her next year. So before we continue, I want to go ahead and hold on. No, I'm writing up there and y'all making me dinner. Damn, bro.
demanding.
So demanding. Yeah. Nah. You guys got to excuse me as Junior knows, or him. I don't know. As a lot of people know, I get a lot of anxiety. So that's what's going on right now. So I'm trying to beat it. I want to go ahead and promote this right here. It's gonna be our new show coming up with. Hold on. You've been saying that. Damn, Mark. This is our new show that's gonna be coming up in a few. I want to say a few weeks or like maybe within the next month or so. My wife decided to go ahead and hop on the podcast, but for herself. So she's gonna be doing her own little thing. I'm gonna go ahead and help her out with that. Since I know a little bit of the program and whatnot. So you do not want to miss that because it's gonna be she's gonna I'm sorry, I can't even talk right now. She's gonna be talking about a lot of crazy stories that that she went through back in the day with her friends as well. She's going to be having a lot of them on board, and yeah, I will keep you guys updated when that happens. Guys gotta forgive me, man. This damn anxiety is killing me.
How's that working out for you, Rick? I know you've been having this for a while.
Hold on. Yeah, bro, I've been getting rid of my anxiety. I've been fighting it on my own. I feel like a lot of people deal with it. That a lot of people don't like to talk about it, but for me, if I talk about it, it makes me feel a lot better. So I've been having a lot more lately, but I don't know, it's because of stress, and I feel like that triggers it more. I need gum, so if you could bring me gum, that'd be cool. Thank you. So yeah, do you guys know what anxiety is? First off,
Yeah, I think everybody has it to a certain
Everybody
point. I
does
know
have
I
it.
have it because I've been diagnosed with it for the past year or so, and it was getting to the point. I wouldn't say it was bad, but to the point where they were trying to tell me that I need to get on meds.
yeah.
But me personally, I don't want to be on meds or on any sort of meds, and I refuse to be on those type of medications. I feel
Yeah.
like I don't have to rely on medicine. I feel like me personally, I put that in God's hands to take care of that.
Yeah, for sure.
Let them handle all that anxiety and stress or whatever problems I have. Because, like, for example, with the situation that Ham was going through, and after everything, I feel like it's putting a lot more pressure on me and weight on me,
Yeah.
and definitely anxiety was kicking into, like, actually, like a week ago or 2 weeks ago, I was having like chest pain. So I
Oh,
went to the doctor, and they said, "Oh, so that's your," I started asking the questions. They're like, "How you been under stress and this and that?" I said, "Yeah, I have," and I explained them why. Oh, I said, "Oh, yeah, that's the main reason why you're feeling you're feeling chest pain."
yeah.
So definitely, it could take a effect in many ways.
Oh shit. I'm sorry. I was getting my gum here. Thank you, babe. But yeah. But the thing with me is that most of my anxiety follows up with panic attacks. So I don't know if you ever had those. Oh, thank you. Are blessed to never have those. I've had to call many. I had to do a lot of 911 calls because I legitimately thought I was dying.
Yeah, never mind. I did. I recall one where.
Really?
Yeah, I remember. She probably explained to you better.
I already knew.
Talk to me.
He was just saying he couldn't breathe, and I was like, "You're just having a panic attack." But I think it was his first time having one. I was
Yeah.
like, "You need to calm down. The more you keep saying I can't breathe, you're making it worse." And he wouldn't calm down, and he was like, "No, I can't breathe." So he called 911, and they came and checked him, and they told him he was fine. It was just a panic attack. I think they still send you to the ER, right?
No, they just checked me right here at the house, checked my pulse and everything else. I do this, and you're fine. But if you want to go to the ER, we can. But there's nothing wrong with you. But I remember that perfectly that night. I was asleep in bed, and
Yeah.
I felt like I was having like body aches, like I was like cold, like I had a real cold, like I was shivering. I like where I was just like shaking, and like I couldn't, like, I felt like my heart was racing so fast I couldn't catch my breath. That's why I couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
And I remember I went to the shower, put it as hot as I could, so I could, warm up. And I was still shivering, and I couldn't breathe. I kept telling her, "Hey, I can't breathe." Like, she was like, "You're okay, you're okay." It's like 2 a.m, and I said, "No, this is serious. Like, I feel like I'm about to have a heart attack or something."
Yeah.
And
It feels
I never
like that.
experienced something like that. And
Yeah.
of course, I called 911 myself, and then they came, and I was fine. But I would say that was the first, probably the last that I had that.
Yeah, trust me, it gets really bad. Emma, how do you know about panic attacks?
I have some.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I always had them, so I kind of.
You were familiar with it.
I know how they're gonna go off. Like, how would I explain it? I just let them fade off. Like, I just lock myself in a room or in the shower. I take a shower usually, and then I wait till they're gone.
The best thing
So
I've heard the best thing to do is, if you having a panic attack, go to the shower, but put it on cold.
Cold.
Because supposedly that shocks your system. But every time I have a panic attack, I'm not even near a shower, so it's kind of like useless for me. So I'm just like, fuck, I'm dying.
Well, the hot water didn't work, obviously, for me.
Yeah, I was like, wait, you turned the shower really on? No wonder. Yeah, I was told always like shower with cold water because it'll shock your system. But yeah, man, that's just scary. And I tell people all the time, I try not to call 911. I usually try to talk myself out of it or talk to somebody else. Usually the people that I've talked to, fortunately, are great people that are very supportive. You know who really helped me out when I first started with them? Sergio.
Sergio who?
Zapata.
Oh, okay.
That dude right there, I feel like he was very knowledgeable, and I'm very happy to have him in my life, honestly, because I feel like nobody back then really knew about panic attacks. And it wasn't until like I don't know what or how it occurred, how the conversation started, but he started telling me like, bro, I go through the same thing myself, don't worry about it, you're gonna be okay. I was like, wait, you go through it too? He's like, that's the best feeling in the world whenever somebody tells you that they go through it too, and you see them and they're like a perfect example that life can be somewhat normal.
Yeah.
And it's very inspirational, I guess, in a way. So I used him as an example all the time. Like, man, if he can live a normal life, then so can I.
Yeah.
So he actually went with us to the rodeo last Friday to go see that 50 Cent show.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that
he was
there.
It was a good group of us. We had a good time.
That's good, man. I wasn't invited though, but it's all good.
Hey, they were free too. Everything.
They were free?
Yeah, we had some club seats.
What?
Yeah.
How'd that happen?
My boy Leo, Leo Gonzalez?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's a plug, so he gets all these tickets to the rodeo for the Houston rodeo. Because I think he's like a salesman at his job.
Uh-huh.
So, I guess those for the clients, but I guess he keeps them. I don't know, something like that.
Oh, okay, I get you.
I
kind of get where that's going.
I just know he's a salesman. He gets tickets.
That's all we got to know. Yeah, but like Belen's saying too, you wouldn't go anyways.
You gotta try it out, dude.
No,
bro,
he's saying I'm the plug.
I'm the plug, but yeah, he's here sharing my video, not even inviting me. I see. It's all good, Leo. Nah, I'm messing with you, man. Go ahead and share my live, Leo. At least do that. Do that for me. I'll forgive you. But yeah, man, like I'm telling you, I don't do good with crowds. I feel claustrophobic, then you'll notice it on my face. I'll start mugging everybody, like, please get the fuck away from me.
They announced at the end of the show there was close to 75,000 people in attendance at the concert.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Leo, I can't see emojis. All I see is a square. But I guess
he's going like this.
Oh, he went like
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I really can't see it on my end. All I see is a square. But I guess we can go ahead and get started with the main. Hold on. And where I am taking him to concerts. Wait, what? Oh, and here I am taking him to concert. Yeah, she takes me to concerts. So if you ask her like how am I at concerts, oh man, I look like a bodyguard. Because I'm like this most of the time with my arms crossed, like it feels like I don't want to be there. And she's just next to me, just vibing, with the music and all that. But it's not that I don't want to be there. It's just the fact that I'm constantly having a battle in my head, like, hey, like, I'm in survival mode. Oh, hold on, I already put that one. Here I am. Oh,
let loose, man. Let loose.
I can't. It's just like I guess like a mind thing, man. They're just like I take like these little supplements for anxiety. They're not really medication. It's just like little supplements that I take, and they seem to work. I guess it's just a mind thing, like I mentioned. But without further ado, I guess we can go ahead and get started with the main topic, main reason why I'm having this episode with you. And I asked you this because I feel like it's a wonderful thing that you're doing. I feel like you're a great example. Like if you're able to do it, why not do it, right? If you're able to save a life, why not? But I do want to go ahead and show the post that I had shown you before this episode started, and if you want to go ahead and read it out to us.
What's your spelling?
Oh, you want me to read it out?
Go ahead, man.
Okay, so it says my wife wrote this. So Best news, it says, for those who don't know, I have been diagnosed with kidney failure, but not for long. With tears in my eyes, I can finally say this nightmare is over. First of all, I want to thank God for everything he does and continues to do. I know God put Junior in my life for many reasons, but one of them was for him to save my life. So I love you, kidney donor / my husband.
So pretty much to narrow it down, did you get some testing done to make sure you were a match? And how was the testing?
So yes, I got. It took like a whole month, or not a little longer, of processing all kinds of multiple tests just to be a candidate. And I would say, man, I felt like a lab rat. Like,
Why?
They were because they were putting me all kinds of testing. And so, for example, one of them, the first one was I had a get up container, this whole gallon, and they told me I had to urinate for 24 hours and collect it in that thing container and keep it refrigerated. So I couldn't be nowhere that day. I had to be pretty much home on standby because I had to keep it refrigerated.
Yeah.
So and that's how they check your kidney levels, how they're functioning based on your urine.
Wow.
I'm not sure how technical they all go and do that, but that's how they check your kidneys, because it's flushing through your kidneys, so that toxins and water and everything. So that's just one checkup. But prior to that, just to even be considered a kidney donor, they call you. You call them saying you want to be a donor. Then after that, they call you and give you a few questions, simple questions like saying, "Hey, are you diabetic or you got it? Do you have any heart conditions?" Simple questions like that. And it's only like 5 of them. And if you answer one yes to any of those 5, you're automatically eliminated. They don't even proceed.
Wow.
And then if, like, for example, myself, I said I was all clear on that. Then they finally call you in and say, okay, well, look, we're gonna draw a lot of blood work from you, and then we're gonna give you that gallon to urinate for 24 hours. That was the first step after all those questions. So you can say that's the second step. I'm sorry.
Wow.
And then it's a whole month of process. Like, it's a lot of waiting as well. So let's just say I did the urine. It takes a week or a few days to they call me again and bring me in. So short story short, after that, they kept they did all kinds of EKGs tests, checking your cardiology, all your heart, to make sure they don't
make sure you're really good.
Make sure they don't put me as a risk or potential as a donor. So to want to make sure I'm good on my end. So they did a EKG. Do you know what that is? Yeah. So also
basically
they did
test your.
Yeah, you just check your heart rhythm, and then they did a stress test where they put you on a treadmill and they plug up with all these wires and make it run to see how your heart races and picks up. And then they record you for a couple minutes. Then after that, I think the worst one was when they put me in a chamber. And what's it called? It was like it's dark in there. It's like a chamber, but it's X-rays. And what they do, they put this thick IV on me, like a big needle, dude. It hurt. It was a thick. I'm not scared of needles, but dude, that needle hurt, and it was so thick. And they told me it was going to be iron dye, what they're going to be injecting me. I've never heard of that. Never knew. Never got that done before. So it's probably just other stuff. Dude, the moment they injected me, that thing, I could feel it going through my main artery vein, spreading from head to toe. And your body temperature is normally like 97 degrees Fahrenheit. Dude, as soon as they injected at me, it felt like my body went from like 97 to 200 degrees Fahrenheit.
What?
Like burning. Like, dude, I it felt horrible. But luckily, it's only for a few seconds. And so that once what it does is the iron dye. It's this chemical that goes to your heart, and it's like a dye, and it's safe. It's obviously they're injecting in you, but it's like a color dye to make sure they see everything cleared inside your heart. They don't miss anything, So that's what it does. And then while I'm in the chamber, it's scanning all my heart in different angles, different images.
It's getting a better view of your body.
Yeah, so out of all the testing, that was probably the worst one. Dude,
wow.
I didn't like it at all. Never had that, and I even told the doctor, I said, "Hey, man, I don't know if I was supposed to feel like this, but I said, is there any side effects for this or anything like that?" They said, "No, there shouldn't be any side effects, but just you got to drink a lot, like at least a gallon of water at least for the rest of the day because you got to flush all this thing
Whoa.
out. Yeah. So, but yeah, dude. I mean, after that, it was fine. But if that feeling right there, no. So yeah.
Yeah, that sounds scary. Like, if they would have told me like, oh yeah, this is gonna happen, the way you explained it to me, I would have been like, yeah, I'm not doing that shit.
And then
But
after that, there was a lot more samples of urine and small samples though, and then a lot of blood were drawn. I don't know how many panels of blood they had to check. They literally checked for everything. I'm talking about everything to make sure you're head to toe and healthy and in conditions to even try to be a donor.
to
And
me,
yeah, it took a whole month about that.
I always figured they just measure to see if you're a match. I figured that's how they always did it. But man,
No,
the way you say it, like they really go into depth as to make sure that you're
yeah.
good to give it to her.
So besides myself being a candidate, I think her sister, my wife's sister, signed up to be also a donor, and then
Yeah.
She doesn't have my same blood type.
yeah, so they automatically eliminated her from being a donor because she's not the same blood type. Luckily, I didn't even know we were the same blood type, and that's why we ended up proceeding with the thing. And besides, I was healthy, and then everything else.
Dang, that's good though.
Yeah.
Man, I'm screwed. I don't have anybody's blood type here at home. Like
So we
nobody.
I found out that I'm all positive, just to put it out there.
Oh, positive.
So she's
See,
the
I'm O
same as well.
negative. I'm still screwed.
Yeah.
Nobody can donate to me. But Hema, something that I found interesting is that you showed me that tube. Can you explain that a little bit? Yes.
So there's different kind of dialysis. There's hemo, which is the one that everybody knows, like the blood one, where you go in center and they take all your blood out and it comes through the machine and then back in. And there's PD, the one that I do, which I do it at home. So I connect to my machine at night. I connect with this little thing, so I have a hole in my stomach. And once I connect at night, I have like 2 bags. They look like electrolytes that they put in the hospital, and they sit in my stomach for about an hour and a half, and then through another pipe that runs to the sink. I'm connected all night. I'm connected through the machine, and then I have another pipe that goes to the sink. It drains out at night, and then I get like 3 rounds of those all night, and that supposedly cleans my toxics out of my body since my kidneys are not working.
Wow.
So I do it Monday through Wednesday.
Monday through Wednesday. Jesus.
It was Monday to Thursday, and then once I found out that I'm a match, I'm gonna be donating soon. They cut it down to 3 days.
Yes.
And why is that? Why did they say to cut down? I figured it'd be better to keep it going.
That I'm not quite sure.
Also because they say when a person has kidney failure, they don't urinate as much. Some people urinate once a day, and luckily I still urinate a lot for a person with kidney failure. So they leave me a little bit of slack in reducing my days that I do dialysis.
Gotcha.
So I get tested like the same test that Junior did, the 24-hour gallon. I do it once a month.
Oh,
and that's how they check. That's how they check how my the dialysis is cleaning my body.
Well, that makes sense. Okay, so that makes sense.
So just for those like who don't know exactly, the main cause of the kidney failure is because my wife has, since the age of 16, I think 18, she got diagnosed with a condition of lupus, which is an internal autoimmune disease that attacks pretty much, it could attack any organ of your body. And for her, unfortunately, it attacked her kidneys.
It was a kidney.
Yeah. So within time, obviously from age 16 till now, I guess it got from stage 1 to 2.
No, I was on stage 4 right after Liam. It was my pregnancy that made it to stage 4.
After Liam or Emma?
No, it was after Liam. And after Emma, I was stage 5.
Whoa.
So I've been knowing
pregnancy really messed you up.
Yeah.
It was a blessing and a...
Yeah, I've been knowing I had kidney disease right after Liam. I had stage 4.
Uh-huh.
And that's why they told me not to have any more kids because, it was going to affect my health. But Emma came. She was not planned, but she came, and I ended up in end stage kidney disease.
Wow. But hey, man, everything, like I mentioned before, everything happens for a reason. Look, Junior over here, man, lots of respect to you for even wanting to go that route. You know, considering yourself as, you know, maybe I could be a potential match for my wife, and I could go ahead and save her, you know, save her life. And here you are. So, when is, like, now that you know that you're a match, what is the next step?
So yesterday, or not the day before yesterday, I got the call from a coordinator. I have an assigned coordinator who is my transplant coordinator, who's ever since I've been a candidate, she's been the one calling me, assigning me all these tests and procedures and follow-ups and everything. She called me yesterday saying, "Hey, since we know you're a match and everything, we got a surgery date scheduled for you." And they said, "So have your calendar ready for at the end of the month on March 27th." So it's 2 weeks from now.
What? So that's when the actual thing is gonna happen.
Yeah. So they said surgery itself is going to take 4 to 5 hours. And we had to be at the hospital at 6 in the morning in Galveston, UTMB.
Yeah.
And then I'll be going in first, and at 9 in the morning start procedure, and then Emma right after me.
Okay, so one of you is gonna get, you know, you're gonna get your kidney removed first.
Yeah.
And after that, that's when she's gonna go down.
Yeah. Well, she'll be already down. You know, they had to do the anesthesia. You know, I don't know how long it lasts, but it pretty much, as I'm putting my, you know, I'll be going in first, and right after, you know, they'll be putting on her. I'm not sure how the procedure's going to take place. Like, we're going to be side to side in the same surgery, which I doubt it.
See, that's what I'm picturing.
Yeah, no, I think we're going to be in next, you know, next to the surgery rooms. Not in the same room, because probably that could cause like some sort of contamination.
Contamination.
Or, you know,
yeah, that's true. That's true. I didn't think about it like that.
So, but yes, I will be getting put down first and everything. But from what they tell me, that I'll be the one that I'll be on the most pain compared to her, because one, my body will be trying to react and function on just one kidney, because it's used to having two.
You're right.
So my body's gonna react to, instead of having two kidneys working on two, now it's gonna be working on one and try to take the workload.
Wow, that's crazy.
Besides that, you know, the fresh wound that's gonna be healing, and obviously, like I mentioned, it's gonna be a 4-hour long surgery on me. And the difference from mine and hers is that they said for Hannah, she's gonna be on a flat table. That's gonna do a small incision right next to her belly button area.
Yeah.
And that's where they're just gonna put the kidney. They're not gonna remove anything from her. She's actually gonna have 3 kidneys.
What?
So, the 2 kidneys she already has, plus mine.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. But that's how.
What?
That's how. Yeah, I know. But so for myself though, I'll be having obviously 1 kidney, and yeah, man. I mean, they said I'm sorry, I got lost. So yeah, she'll be in a flat table, and myself, they told me that I'm gonna be like in an arch table, a surgery table, because they had to position me on the side, and they want to make sure they kind of adjust me in that right angle to where it's easier for them to get the kidney.
Yeah.
So they're gonna have me like inside for a really uncomfortable, like all real bent. And that's why they say you're gonna be real sore and in more pain than her once you wake up and all that.
Okay. And have they told you like what to expect after you get it removed? Like, I know you say you're gonna be in pain, but how's your body gonna function afterwards?
So once I had my all these testing done, and they said I was a same blood type, and I was leading to being a possible match. The surgeons, the coordinators, the doctors, like the whole staff of the hospital that's going to be involved in this major surgery, they sat down with me individually at the clinic. They called me in. I was literally like almost 8 hours of my day that I had to take off to go to this major appointment, because they had to sat down with me and explain me everything about the procedure. You know, how it's gonna happen, how long, what are the risks, how it could impact me, how my lifestyle is gonna be after. So they went over
Yeah.
all that. That's why I had to take the day off. So to answer your question, after kidney, for myself, I should live a regular lifestyle just like anybody else. The only thing is that I had to take care of my body a lot more. Like I had to be like on a certain diet, can't eat too much fatty, sodium, all that stuff. I had to eat healthy, pretty much, in other words, and
Yeah.
consume a lot of water and electrolytes because that's what's going to filter my kidney, you know, and keep it. So I have to be super hydrated at all times. Being on a diet and pretty much being on an exercising as well. But besides that, side effects, they did say that you know, side effects could be like I could develop high blood pressure due to
Oh wow.
having one kidney after that. High blood pressure could be a possibility. But lack of energy, I won't be as energetic as I am now.
Dang.
And then also they said that some people, not everybody, but some people could actually end up developing depression.
Okay, so you're gonna be a little bit more prepared about stuff that can happen and all that stuff. I'm glad
Yeah.
that they educated you though.
So yeah, and that's just the things I could think on top of my head right now.
Yeah.
There probably is more risk factors I can't remember, but those are the main ones that I recall. But since since then, like ever since before even when she got diagnosed at kidney failure, you know, I kind of prepared myself in a way, physically and mentally, to be
Yeah.
a possible candidate. Listen. So since this summer, that's when she got diagnosed with kidney failure.
Yeah.
I stopped drinking since then. So, I was never a heavy drinker. You know, I was kind of
Yeah.
more like an occasional drinker, and it was just beer, whatever. But ever since then, I stopped completely. Like I don't want to drink because I want to,
So
you know,
you want to take care of it.
who knew if I was gonna have that possibility that I could be a donor down the line? So I
Yeah.
completely cut that off, and then I started exercising, started eating better, and then mentally I started like preparing myself, you know, and I'm still going through it, the process and everything. You know, don't get me wrong. I do get worried or get a little anxiety, but yeah, man, I just been preparing myself for what's coming.
Man, hey, I'm pretty sure it's gonna work out just as good as you guys are gonna make it, man. Hema, what's gonna be how are things gonna change as soon as you get? Because I didn't even know you were gonna have 3 kidneys. But how is that gonna like? I'm pretty sure that's gonna affect you in a very positive way. But what have they told you what to expect after that happens?
So from what I remember, they explained it to me. I'm not sure because she has a different set of doctors and coordinators compared to mine. They can't
Oh,
they can't both tell us the same thing. That they're assigned to her doctors and my doctors are different. So they've been kind of keeping me pretty well informed, but I feel like they haven't really informed her as much as I would like, or as much as they informed me. So
yeah.
I actually told her this today. I told her, hey, you need to get with your coordinators and tell them, what's going on, because they're telling me all this information to get ready and afterwards what to expect and all this, but I haven't heard you say anything. So that's something she's
Damn.
gonna be following up. But from what I understand, what they told me is that once she gets a kidney, there's still risk for everything.
Yeah.
And that one of the major risks, which is my main concern. For me, I'm not scared or nervous really about getting my surgery, being opened up, and getting my kidney removed. That's the least that I'm worried about. The thing I'm more worried about is that I'm doing and trying all this, and then they give her my kidney, and she still has a possibility that it could be rejected from her body and not take my
That's
kidney.
right. I didn't realize that.
So there's still that one risk factor, but they're going to be monitoring us every week or bi-weekly, checking our kidney levels, how they're functioning after surgery, and getting all these follow-ups. But yeah, man, it's just she'll be on what is it, antibiotics, so that
Yeah.
way she don't reject the kidneys for the rest of her life. Even if it's functioning right away, she's still gonna be getting all these medications for the rest of her life.
Dang. I
Yeah.
figured you'd be absolutely cured.
No, I
But man,
mean she'll have a healthy kidney, and if it all
yeah,
goes well, which it should be, but she still has to take these antibiotics to in case if ever it starts rejecting it. She has to because it's not her organ that she was born with. It's mine.
yeah. Will you still be able to depend on the tube?
No,
No.
Or
no.
not as
They're
much?
gonna take as soon as I get the kidney installed, they'll take it off.
Really?
They'll take
Oh,
it.
that'll
Yeah.
be awesome. How long have you been using that for?
I got it done in November.
Okay.
On November I did. It's just like the bad thing about this is that I'm very prone to get bacteria inside my stomach. So I have to be like, I have to bleach my shower. Matter of fact, like nobody uses my restroom but me because it has to be super hygiene clean. I have to use a lot of bleach and clean around the area, and it's just that's the only thing scary part. I can get bacteria in my stomach and potentially die. That's the only bad thing about this. But I'm happy that it's finally gonna go away. I
No,
can't get
that's
infections and stuff like that. So I was kind of sad about summer, but it's not gonna be there anymore.
no. You're gonna be so glad when that's gone, and that's gonna be
Yeah.
a major, major thing. But the end of the month, the 27th, I wish you guys nothing but luck, nothing
Thank
but
you.
blessings your way, nothing but positive vibes. Because, hey, you're gonna look at this as a memory. And Junior, I wanted to ask you, man, did they actually tell you first that you were a match?
Mhm.
Yeah. So my wife knew that I could be a possible match, just a possibility, because I told her that I was the same blood type. So that kind of got her excited, got her hopes up, and that kind of also, and the same with me, I got my hopes up. So obviously through the whole testing, I was just praying that, at the end of the day, once they collected all my results and testing, the doctors and surgeons had to present my case to a board meeting with all these surgeons and doctors and all these, intelligent people to go over my information and results to see if I could be pretty much to go, if I get the green light or the red light to proceed. And obviously, prayers
It
came
worked
through,
out.
and they said I was a match. So I remember I was at work when I got the phone call about me, congratulating my coordinator called me congratulating that I was a match. And she said she would be following me with later with dates and everything else. So when I got the match, the answer, I was real excited at work. I wanted to tell the whole world, how excited I was about the great news.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to tell my coworkers, my employees, because they all know my situation.
Oh, okay.
I didn't want to tell them the news because I felt like the one who deserved to hear it first was her.
Yeah.
So I didn't tell nobody until I got home. So what I did that day, I got one of my son's empty shoe boxes.
Yeah.
And then she got so when she got diagnosed with kidney failure, they gave her like a little plushie of a form of a shape of a kidney.
Yeah.
With the smiley face. And what I did is I grabbed that stuffed plushie and put in my son's shoebox, and I put confetti in it. And then I typed this letter at work, pretty much saying what I was about to announce to her, about being a candidate in the match and everything else, and let her know how I felt. And I just boxed it up, nothing fancy, nothing crazy, but just plain simple, letting her know how I felt about her and what I was about to do. And once I got to her mom's house, that's where she was at that evening. I surprised her with that box, and obviously she got emotional, and she got real happy. So that's what I wanted to see.
That's awesome, man. It took me by surprise when you actually did that. I was like, dang, Junior, you really put some thought into that.
Yeah, I mean, me personally, I never really talked about her situation, especially when she was around, because I didn't want to make her feel uncomfortable or make her feel any sort of way. So for me, this is like kind of private. and I didn't want to tell nobody. But obviously, she felt, she wanted to share those news on Facebook
On
when she
social
posted
media,
out
yeah.
there. So, I mean, that's I respect that.
Yeah, and that's what that's kind of the reason why I asked her, before anything, I want to make sure that it was okay for her to, talk about the situation, because I know it's a little sensitive in a way, because it's your health at the very end, and some people are uncomfortable with telling what's going on with themselves, but I wanted to be sure that it was okay with her. So before anybody starts to tell me like, oh man, what the hell, you're over here, you know putting her on the spot, telling everybody her business. No, I got with her first. So
Yeah. And that I also think it's important to talk about this stuff because sometimes I do feel, even in the clinics, I'm one of the youngest ones that go there, and I'm like, if there's anybody in my situation, I would like to, know that I'm not alone. Like I'm not the only one. I'm still under 30, so I'm in my 20s in this situation. And when I found out about this, I kept going on TikTok and following people that are going through the same thing my age because I didn't want to feel alone. And I feel
yeah,
like talking about it made it less sad, I guess, and depressing. I feel
yeah.
like if I would have kept it in and just between me and Junior and my family, I think I would have felt very alone and sad. So I like sharing it to make me feel a little bit better.
Awesome. Hey, thank you so much for sharing it with
Mhm.
me and sharing it with everybody. And I'm pretty sure it's it I'm pretty sure you're teaching us a lot about what's going on with you, and like you said, bringing awareness to the situation. Did you find out a lot of people that have it on TikTok?
Yes, well, Selena Gomez had it, but I
Mhm.
mean, she's famous. Her friend gave her a kidney. Other
Oh,
than that, yes, I follow a lot of people.
wow.
Yeah.
And so far, have you been the youngest that you've found?
Yes. Yes.
That is
But
crazy.
I'm not too far behind. There's 30-year-olds that are there, 35-year-olds. But yes,
Uh-huh.
I am one of the youngest.
Wow. Well, hey, I wish you guys nothing but the absolute best out of me, and I know my family. Junior, my family. They know you. You guys know them, and we're sending you guys nothing but positive vibes, positive thoughts, prayers, and everything in between for everything to just come out the absolute best. But yeah, thank you so much for sharing that, man. Seriously, like I felt like I was educated on this, even though like I have a memory of an elephant, or like not an elephant, but I forget. I'm gonna go back to this episode and remind myself, but I'm very forgetful.
No, we are too, especially Junior.
You
Yeah.
know what? You know what? I really look up to you, Hema, mostly because you're doing all this stuff for yourself, and you're still a stay-at-home mom. You're taking care of two little ones, and you're taking care of yourself as well. And I think
To be
that.
honest, I don't know how she does it. Like you just mentioned, what she does just on a regular life, being a mom and everything else. But
Mhm.
what surprised me is just the way she holds herself, and, going what she's going through. Like I don't know how she does it. Like she's
Yep.
amazing.
She's a husband. I mean, she's a husband. She takes care of her husband. She takes care of her husband. She takes care of the kids and herself. And I think that's huge. That is
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely
definitely.
huge, man.
I do gotta
So
say, I get a lot of help from my sister and my mom. They help me a lot. So I'm standing because of them too.
so you have that
You
Yes.
support,
have a
that
lot of you
support
have a lot of
system.
support from the family for sure, from both sides, and I know once surgery comes down and after, you're gonna be also helping out as well with that.
That's awesome. No, I'm glad you guys have that support system going on. Oh man, we still have like 20 minutes left. What do you guys want to talk about?
Well, it's up to you, man. You're the
Hey,
it's your
hey,
podcast.
I talked my lungs off right now. I asked you
Yeah.
guys questions. You guys answered. You guys educated me. You guys educated them.
Oh, Junior
But
can talk for hours.
I can.
huh? Junior,
I said,
yeah,
oh, Junior can talk for hours.
talk to me, Junior. Hey, I got 15 people watching right now. I'm pretty sure these are new people because my wife, well, she's practically like my mom. She had to put the kids to sleep.
Okay.
So if those
They're all
15,
Junior
14,
fans.
huh? Probably. You never know. Hey, Junior talks a lot, man. Junior's a
Junior
friendly,
is
a friendly guy.
popular. Yeah,
Junior's a
everybody
friendly,
knows
popular
I
Junior.
guy.
had a. I think the barbering is what that to me kind of like the movie Barbershop. You know that you hear all this gossip without even asking. You're like you start socializing a lot more. You know.
I always wonder that, like how do you just pick up a conversation when I'm cutting somebody's hair? For me, like I'm telling you guys, I'm maybe talkative here, but outside I'm like not even like people wouldn't approach me because I'm just like so into myself. I don't want to talk to nobody. Just let me do my thing, get in, get out. So I always wonder, like, how do you start a conversation just by cutting somebody's hair? Like, hey, how you been?
Dude,
I
to be
don't even want
honest,
to ask that.
all I gotta say, like, "What's up, man?" or you know, "Hey, like, you know, how was your weekend? What you do this weekend?" And then from there, they just let all the soap out. Like, they just tell me what they did that weekend and way more things I don't even want to know, too personal stuff. Like, dude, you tell me your whole life, dude.
they just spill all the beans. Hold on.
Yeah.
It's good to know that one isn't alone in what they are going through, because when you are alone and going through something, you feel paranoid and furthermore anxious. Absolutely, Kareem. Nice to have you back on here, man. You're always one of the top fans on here.
He's mid talk.
Cheesemith talk.
That's one of my boys right there gets his haircut with me.
That's one of the clients, man.
So I have quite a few viewers there. I guess tuned in that are part of our friends and everything.
Talk about how y'all met. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. Who wants to start first? Hey, let me start off by saying something. Junior talks a lot. I want to say him. I want to hear him talk. Tell me how you guys met.
I have social anxiety, but I think we met in high school. So I was a freshman and Junior was a senior. But he lied to me and he said he was a junior.
I don't recall that.
My mom did, and she's on here.
Hey, he could. Junior could pass by one of the.
Yeah.
He could have passed by a sophomore if he wanted to.
Yeah, it's true.
He could. Yeah.
Hey, the guy looked young. He still looks young. Just give him a clean shave. He looks like he's 12.
Yeah.
Yep. That's why I hate shaving. I don't grow much of a beard. I only grow this little peach fuzz, but dude, when I shave it all, dude, I'm like, no.
Hey, you know one of the stories that I like to tell my wife, Junior. I don't know if you remember this. I'm not going to mention any names, but this was during the time that you and I were hanging out so much. Like I said, I'm not going to mention names. Don't even ask me. Don't even say like, hey, is this who you're talking about? But remember, I had an ex-girlfriend, right? And she would be blowing up my phone all the time when I would be hanging out with you. And then, I think Junior just had enough that he took the phone away from me. He's all like, hey, man, you need to calm the fuck down. Like, you need to leave him alone. Like, he's here with me.
Dude, I don't remember that.
You don't remember
That's
that?
crazy.
I started laughing, bro. Like, to this day, I still remember that. And I told my wife, like, Junior may not remember this, but I remember this so clearly. Like I said, I'm not going to mention any names, but let's just say that girl had trust issues. But it was just so funny.
So do you remember whenever we used to work for that short period of time at Jack in the Box in Alvin?
Yeah. Bro, I have a good memory from years ago, but ask me what I did 10 minutes ago, I don't even remember. I don't know. That has to be called something, right? Like, I guess long-term memory.
Brain fog.
Brain fog. No.
Those are good. I don't think I lasted there too long in Jack in the Box. I don't remember much going that far back. I just remember one day after work, it was real foggy and raining. That literally coming out that curve going to 528 to 35.
Oh yeah,
I got hit hard on my Mustang on the side on my driver's side, where my car got spun 360 and fell in a ditch.
What?
The car was like this, like on the side, like a V.
I don't even remember that.
I don't know if you were still working there or not, but I remember I was gonna drop off my friend. He worked at a town and his name was Luis Gordillo. And I was dropping him off down the road from the house from Jack in the Box, and I thought I seen that car from a distance far away. Apparently, he was going faster, or I just, I was at fault.
Yeah, you were at fault. Like he's not even gonna go ahead and fight it. Like I was. It was
at fault. So yeah, man. But dude, my car was damaged. Luckily, it wasn't totaled. It was still drivable. So I got it fixed up and had that car for a longer while after that.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, how long did you have it? How long did you have it for? Because I could sworn you still had it for some reason.
I at least had it for like 4 or 5 years, and then I sold it to some random Mexican dude that I just was cutting his hair as a client. Somehow he got referred to me. He just texted me and said, "Hey man, come on, along. You got the money? I'll cut your hair." So he came by and he kept eyeballing my car after I was cutting his hair. He said, "Hey man, is this for sale?" I said, "No man, that's my car." He said, "Man," in Spanish. He was like, "No man, anything's for sale. Name me a price." And I was just like, he threw me a number at the time, and this is probably like 2011. He says, "Would you take $5,000 for the car?" My car was already, a couple miles already and everything. Yeah. And I was like, man, I said, "You cash in hand?" And I should never said that because, dude, I don't know if this guy, what he did or for work or whatever, but this guy went back he didn't say nothing. He just walked to his car and had a stack of money and just took out $5,000, like just like that.
What?
And he was like, "I'm ready. Give me the title and everything." He caught me on the spot like that. Look, he caught me off guard. I wasn't even ready.
Damn.
And I felt like I was obligated, like I had to make a deal right there and then. He kind of pressured me. So we made the deal. I sold again the papers, and then I told him, "Hey man, so where you from? I don't even know where you're from, or like, I want to at least know where my car is going."
Right?
He said, "Oh no, man, I'm going to Mexico. I'm taking your car over there."
I freaking knew it.
Dude, I was like, dude, he's gonna probably use this car for like a getaway.
Yeah.
Like those type of guys.
I was like, bro, this guy just took your car to Mexico, and right there, you just confirmed, "I'm taking it to Mexico." I was like, I freaking knew it.
Yeah, so the car is gone. It's probably shot up somewhere, burnt up.
Yeah, it's in a chop shop. It's getting cleaned up. They're using it as for money laundering. I
remember just a few months before I sold it, I had put some nice rims and tires on it. Yeah, and I'm like, dude, man, I should have at least took out those wheels and tires, put the stock wheels.
You should have asked them for more, man.
I know, but
it was right there in the spot. You should have been like, "Nah, did I say 5? Give me 8."
I felt like I was Paul Walker in that car.
Dang. Luckily, I
used to always speed in that car to the point where I was so burnt in the oven. They'll see my car with the neon lights, the green neons, and they'll automatically pull me over. And it got to the point where I got a letter from the state of Texas saying that I had so many citation tickets under my name and record that they're going to suspend my license. Once I got that letter, that's how I was kind of glad I sold the car, because I kind of took that magnet away from me. Yeah. So ever since then, I haven't got pulled over.
You went to jail during prom.
Oh yeah, I take that back. I went to jail on her prom night, dude.
What? How?
Okay. So I just mentioned I have my regular job by day, and in the evenings I'm a barber. So it's always been my extra side hustle and my hobby. Well, on her prom night, we made arrangements to go to the Saltgrass Steakhouse, and before we go to prom, and that day or that weekend, I cut major haircuts because everybody was trying to get ready for prom and the weekend and whatever. So obviously it was just all cash money. And I remember I was grinding it, dude. I'm talking about grinding it from like 9 in the morning cutting to like 8 p.m. o'clock at night every day, at least on the weekends. And so I made a lot of good cash money on that week itself. So I remember, I don't know why I decided to take all that cash with me, and I couldn't put it in my wallet, so I just put it in a rubber band. It made it look worse.
Made it
So,
look made it look
so I
sketchier.
was all nice, suited up, at the shower. I told my dad I was already heading out, and at that time I already had my Harley Davidson, which I still have, my truck.
Yeah.
And I already had sold the car, and I had texted her or called her saying, "Hey, I'm on my way. If you're ready." She said, "Yeah, I'm already waiting for you, so we can go to our dinner." So here I'm barely on Highway 6 on the intersection of 35. I'm on a red light, doing nothing wrong. I was going speed limit on a red light, had plates, tags, sticker, everything up to date, and I got the flashes on behind me from the Alvin PD. He pulled me over. He pulls me over to that Raggedy Hotel, Nights Inn Hotel on Highway 6.
Yeah.
And I pulled in there. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, well, not in my head, but I was screaming like, dude, what the heck? Like, I'm getting pulled over. I'm about to go over here. Like, I was mad because I'm getting pulled over for no reason. So as soon as I rolled my window down, it was an officer that had just pulled me over a few months back on my Mustang for speeding. And then so I started riding on the wrong foot. He was like, he saw me and he was, "Oh, it's you again." He said, and he says, he said, "I need your license and registration, please." And I handed it to him. And I said, "Hey man, can you just tell me why I'm getting pulled over? I have the right to ask." He wouldn't answer me. He just kept giving me an attitude and walked away. And then when he came back, I looked at my mirror and he kind of had his hand in the pouch, like in his gun. And he wouldn't get close to my truck. And he said, "Sir, I need you to step out the vehicle." When he said that, kind of threw me off.
What the hell?
And he said, "Put your hands out the truck." I was like, "Am I being detained?" He said, and he was giving me an answer. He said, "I said to get out right now." And I'm like, "Okay." Dude. So I get out, and he sees me all nice and clean. He starts patting me down, and he grabs he reaches my pocket, gets my roll of money. He was like, "Where's this money from? What do you do?" He said, "Man, it's none of your," "Man, it's none of your business what I do." I said, "You haven't even told me why I'm getting detained." And anyways, he just right off the bat handcuffed me and put me back in my car, and then he just got on the radio and decided to call K9. He called K9. All kinds of PD officers came, and they like my truck got raided. Like literally, they were sniffing it, dogs, and I don't know why he thought I had drugs. I guess it's the way he saw me all dressed up or the money.
Yeah, bro, you were dressed like a freaking mafia, like a monster.
So I get sent to jail, and then they impound my truck. Top it off.
What?
So by this time, I started already picked her up and everything. So finally, when I get to the jail, the lady there was an angel because she sees me. They're all fly, all suited up, ready to go. She tells me, "Hey man, where you going?" I never seen somebody come here this dressed up. I said, "Man,
right.
I'm gonna let you know I had I was gonna go to prom and I was gonna go with my girlfriend, this and this and that." I explained to her, and I told her about the situation with the cop. He said he never explained why I'm getting pulled over. And I guess she looked up in the records and the remarks, and she was like, "I don't know why he's pulling you over. There's no remarks of a reason of why he's pulling you over."
Exactly.
She said, "I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna let you." She said, "I'm gonna give you 5 minutes. If you get a hold of anybody who could bail you out," and it was the weekend. They normally don't ever let you.
Oh man!
It was Saturday. He said, "If somebody could come in here in the next 5 minutes and bail you out, I'll let you free. I'll let you get out." When I heard that, dude, I called my dad, and I told him, "Hey man, look, I don't have much time to explain myself. I'm in jail. Just come over here and pick me up and bail me out." I said, "I even have the whole cash on me to bail myself out, but they don't let me do that." I said, and they said, "Have it confiscated." And then, so my dad just goes in there, gets me out, and as soon as I get my belongings, I called him. I said, "Hey, I'll explain you later. I was in jail. I'm sorry." I said, "If you're still there, I'll pick you up. I'm gonna get my truck from the impound." So I still had to go to the impound and get my truck. And short story short, he left with one of her friends. So I just met him straight at the Saltgrass Steakhouse. I was a little late, but I still made the night happen and still made her prom. And after all that night and was said and done, I reached out to my attorney and I told him what happened, why I got pulled over, and I had no cause to get pulled over. Man, he made a case to where he got without MPD, and they reimbursed me for my truck impound. I had to give him a receipt for that for what I paid, and they reimbursed me for my bond. And on top of that, they fired the officer for discrimination.
No shit.
Yeah, they fired him
They
for
fired
discrimination.
him.
Yeah, they fired
That's
him.
good. That's good.
Yeah, dude. So
He had it
that
coming,
was
man.
never. And they said they already had that officer. He was kind of like racial.
Dang, man.
Yeah. So that same officer was actually like harassing me because that same officer was the one that kept pulling me over on the Mustang.
Dang, that's
So
so funny.
yeah.
Hey, man, what was going through your mind when you realized that this motherfucker is not picking me up?
I was mad. I was crying.
You crying? Oh man!
Hey.
He ruined my prom.
Hey, don't lie though. I had the fresh mug shots with the suit and everything. Though it was a nice fresh.
I was so mad when he told me I'm in jail. I was like, I don't care. Stay there.
Oh my god! She said, "I don't care."
Then I feel bad, but not till like the next day. But at that time, I was so bad.
How long did it take for you to actually calm down and realize, like, okay, he's telling the truth? I feel bad now.
I don't know. I remember she was pretty mad, but once I was out and I told her I was already on my way, at least trying to meet up to the steakhouse, she chilled out. She at least knew that I was trying, even after all that.
At least she wasn't like one of those girls who were like, "You're lying. You're with another woman. I know you're with her."
So that was my first and last time I ever been handcuffed or in jail.
Wow, that's funny, man.
But still,
that is
man,
a
I feel like
funny story.
Yeah, man, but it makes me mad just thinking about it.
Hey, man, at least the cop was
I
fired.
wasted time that day, man. He like
At least the cop
intentionally
is
did it on
fired.
purpose. Like he knew. I guess he saw me how dressed I was, and I think he just wanted to be in.
He was either hating or like, man, like, why is this guy dressed so nice? Why can I be like that? I want that.
Yeah, but I got all my money back and everything, and he got fired, so he got what he deserved.
Dang, man, that's crazy. That's a funny story, and that's a good way to end this episode, honestly, because I laughed really hard on that one. I didn't even know that even happened. So I'm learning that, that story along with everybody else. But hold on.
Been here for an hour and 30 minutes. It seems like
An hour and 30 minutes, man. Just in time to close it up. How did you guys like it?
Well, like I said, she's a shy one.
Yeah.
So I feel like she did okay. What do you think, Rick?
I try to get her as comfortable as possible, so I hope that helped.
Yeah.
Maybe next time we could join as another guest on a different episode of podcast.
Who?
I said maybe after surgery we could join in a different episode on a different podcast.
Heck yeah. I want to hear an update on how everything's going.
I
don't know. Huh?
Junior likes to talk.
Judah likes to talk. Hey, I'll probably go with you guys. How long is recovery time? Do you know that?
So 6 weeks.
6 weeks. Wow.
So we'll be in the hospital 3 to 5 days, and then we'll get released, and then after that, it's 5 to 6 weeks of recovery.
Wow. So I'm probably
So all of April I'll be out of work.
all April. Jeez.
All
Yeah,
April.
no
So
crap.
luckily, I have enough. I have 6 weeks of vacation at my job, so it has just enough to cover all my time off. And players that put me on FMLA leave. I had to fill out all that paperwork just this week.
Oh, that's nice, man. At least they were very understanding about the situation.
Oh yeah, luckily, man, where I work, man, they're real grateful. They give me all these opportunities because they know my wife. They even made her a baby shower there for my daughter. They know her pretty well. They respect her. They like her. And anytime with her circumstances, when I needed to take time off to take care of doctors or anything with the kids, they're sick or whatever, I don't even have to ask. I just tell her, hey, take whatever time you need it off, and we'll take care of it. Somebody will take care of your stuff at work.
Dang, that's nice. That's a great Great
Yeah.
position to be in, man. Very supportive.
Yeah.
I like that. So I probably won't get with you guys until what's after somewhere around the summer break for the kids. See how you guys are doing,
That's
man.
good.
All right,
Hopefully
listen,
we'll
let's
be
make
well recovered by then, and good health and good hands, and all well.
heck yeah, man. I can't wait. Next episode, man. You know what? I'm gonna break all kinds of rules for my next episode because I'm bringing in my sister for that one, and that's something that not a lot of people will see. They're gonna be like, "You have a sister?" Yeah, so I'm gonna bring my sister for the next episode. It took a lot of convincing, but I'm
Hey,
gonna
what's so
make
hard
that happen.
about joining the podcast?
When was the last time you saw my sister out?
The last time I seen your sister was in high school, probably.
Exactly. Not a lot of people have seen her. I've talked to her. She's really like to herself now. So, uh, uh, I'm gonna try to get her out of that shell of hers. We're gonna be talking about insurance along with my along with my cousin, along with one of our cousins. So we're gonna talk about the importance of having insurance, crazy stuff that we've claims that they've heard, and all that good. So we're gonna try to make it fun, or at least I'm gonna try to. You know how I am. But yeah,
All I ask before the episode ends, Ricky, is that, like I said, we got the first step, the best news, obviously, to proceed to be a donor for my wife. But if I could just ask for all my friends and family in prayers to continue in prayers for a fast and good recovery, because for us that that's important for us.
yeah, man. Hey, like I told you, my wife and I, we're gonna definitely do that for you, and as well as my listeners who are listening right now, go ahead and pray up as much as you guys can for my boy and his lovely wife who are gonna be going through this. I want to say, is it a major surgery? Would you say is a major surgery?
Yeah,
Yeah, major surgery. Have all great, all positive vibes, all great vibes going towards them, prayers, and yeah, that's all I ask. I don't just ask for you guys to share this episode, but also keep my boy prayed up. You know, show them that he has all the support as well. But yeah, man, we're gonna keep you prayed up on our side for sure. And I want to thank you guys so much for taking the time out of you guys' schedule to educate me and educate everybody else who's gonna listen in the future or listening now. I'm pretty sure they weren't really familiar with everything that's going on, but hey, it's good to it's good to be knowledgeable on that certain topic for sure. But
sure,
thank you, Hema, for joining me. Thank you, Junior, for joining me as well. I'm glad
sure.
I was able to make you guys comfortable enough.
This is my comfort zone. It's her, but I'm
It's her.
glad she was
Joined
able to
in.
yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, thank you guys so much. I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys get to hit the hay because I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna wake up early tomorrow, huh? For that rodeo thing.
Well, kids wake up about 7, 8 o'clock, so we'll just probably eat breakfast, get changed, and try to be there about 11 noon at the rodeo, and
Oh, you
try
guys
to
are
be there. Try to be there all day if we can.
all right,
However
man.
long
You
our feet
guys,
can hang.
right? The
Yeah.
feet don't move as well as they used to.
And especially with boots, man. I mean, all that walking, it's just a lot of walking in general.
Oh, yeah. But regardless, man, I hope you guys have fun tomorrow. Keep on listening, keep on sharing this episode. I noticed you guys, or I don't know if it's Junior or Hema, the ones that share my episode, but thank you guys so much for doing that. So just continue to do that, and I'm gonna go ahead and share this episode as well as soon as I'm done here. But
Sounds good.
I wanted to tell you guys good night. And like I said, we're going to keep you guys in our prayers on my side for sure.
Appreciate that.
All right, guys. I'm going to say good night to you guys. And I'm going to say good night to everybody else as soon as I'm done here. All right.
All right, then. Do I need to log
All right,
out
guys.
or push anything?
See, you can log off through your side. I'm pretty sure it's going to log you off only. So I think that's how it works. All right,
All right.
guys.
I'll go ahead and try. All right, guys. Good night. Whoever was watching, thank y'all.
So that was my boy Junior. Known him for a while. Known him since middle school. But yeah, it's good to see that he's, everybody matures. And I know he probably sees everybody the same way. Like, man, we're so glad, everybody matured in a very positive way. And honestly, he's one of the good ones, man. Known him for so long. Went through so much together as young kids, and for him seeing so much maturity and seeing his growth, it's really great to see. But yeah, man, he's doing a great thing with giving his kidney to his lovely wife, and so much respect for him for that. But yeah, guys, next episode, I'm pretty sure I mentioned that with Junior. I'm gonna have my sister on board finally after so much convincing, after so many years. That's finally gonna happen, and yeah, I'm gonna see what we could talk about. I'm gonna make that episode fun though. Try to see what we, get her with some good questions. But thank you guys so much for joining me. I know there's some of you guys who are just now joining. It's 10:36, guys. How are you guys still joining? Either way, man, share this episode. Share. That's, I can't stress that enough. It gets great views. Like I mentioned to you guys before, man, my wife's show that's coming up, Late Night with Belen, should be a good show. Gonna have a bunch of her friends that she has great stories with. I know I've heard many of the stories, and they're very, very interesting. It's gonna be filled with a bunch of, man, you guys are just gonna have to watch it, or watch it, listen to it, whatever you guys want. It's gonna be a fun one. I'm gonna be second in charge of it, help her out. I don't know how we even started talking about, like, hey, we should do a podcast with just you. But I think it's a great idea. Why not, right? But yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for joining me. And my boy Junior. I guess that's it, man. I'm just talking away. But yeah, I will see you guys on the next one. So I'm looking for my outro. Which one should I? Okay, I think I see this one. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.